Hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel. So I appreciate that some of you have been concerned again because I haven't been doing any videos. Let me reassure you, everything is okay. I will explain in this video. So in this one, I'm going to talk about the upcoming little mini tour, although they have not officially said it's a tour, but of course, William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, are coming to America. I believe it's December the 7th. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between these two and, of course, the other two, even though it's glaringly obvious. But, you know, yeah, we're going to dive right in. So if you don't know by now, grab that drink of choice, whether it be tea, whether it be coffee, whether it be, I don't know, maybe you're starting early because obviously in America you've had Thanksgiving. So a belated happy Thanksgiving to you all. And maybe you want to start with a glass of eggnog, who knows? Or maybe you are like me and really trying to detox before Christmas, so I'll be drinking my water. Or maybe you'd like to add a little something to that drink of choice, because as I always say, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. So let's grab that drink and let's dive right in. So, hey, my wonderful Bubble family. And for those of you who do not understand what the Bubble family means, there is an intro video on my YouTube page, which tells you a little bit more about this channel, what I am trying to achieve here, and what the Bubble family truly means and when it started. So yeah, in this video, so let's talk about, well, we're going to talk about William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and of course the dastardly duo. So I just want to say thank you to all the emails that have been sent my way, the messages of concern. I do really appreciate the fact that you guys worry about me. It is nice to be worried about, but just rest assured, there is nothing sinister. It is a mix of spending time with family, awful internet reception, and suffering this horrible menopause. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. So yeah, on December the 7th, it seems that the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, are coming to America. They are arriving in Boston. And it's a whistle-stop tour. They're there for 3 days. They're promoting Earthshot and I guess various other causes. It's not been named as an official tour, but I'm pretty sure that people are going to sort of, pull out all the stops for these two, because there's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement, and it just really, to me, shows the difference between when you have these two who do things for duty, they do things for the good of their country and even other countries. They are not self-serving. All they are interested in is promoting and helping others, whether it be causes, charities, highlighting issues in various different countries. I really feel that they are such a testament to the royal family, and I really want to say thank goodness that we have these two, because can you imagine if it was left to the other two? I dread to think where we would be. Now, I know there has been a huge uproar in regards to this ridiculous award that Harry and Meghan are going to be put up for. And a lot of people have said, has this been bought again? They do not understand how these two have been put forward when there are so many more worthier people, worthier causes that could have been put up for this. So why have they been put forward for this? Unfortunately, I've not kept completely up to date, my fault entirely. But being away, I have not had hardly any access to internet. clearly to my English language either, to the internet. I really felt like I was in the back of beyond, somewhere obscure, when actually it was still somewhere in the UK, but it was kind of like this little island. They class it just off, like sort of in the UK. But for some reason on this particular island, the internet and mobile service just doesn't exist. Even though you can have internet in the room where I stayed, well, I might as well have just not bothered, because even though it showed that I had some signal, I couldn't go on WhatsApp, I couldn't post on YouTube, I couldn't go on my emails. I was literally like going around the room trying to find a signal, and if I did, it would just, I'd have to hold my phone there and then it would just drop out. So in the end I just gave up. So I know a lot of people were worried, but so yeah, so I haven't been able to keep up to date with exactly why these two were put forward, because it's that it's from that association, and for the life of me, I really don't understand. Now, a recent picture circulated of allegedly Meghan Markle making a pumpkin pie, and it looks like she's in a kitchen. Now, okay, whether or not that is her, we don't know, just because they kind of say it's them or her. But we've known before that there's a potential for her to get lookalikes. We've known this in regards to the child, Archie. We know this where she's used another person for the video footage in Oprah. If I can find it, I'll put it up here, but I have to be very careful. Because the thing is, with that particular video footage, the black and white video footage that was put out in Oprah, they created the video where you couldn't zoom in. And I don't know how they do it, but normally when you zoom in on somebody, you can see them more clearly. Whereas this, it was almost, the more you zoomed in, the more fuzzier and grainy the photograph became. And it was almost like you just couldn't see this woman's face, but her whole body looked completely different. This woman was more athletic, whereas we know that Meghan isn't. Yeah, there was just something very off about this particular footage. So my opinion, especially even with Harry, we know that they have possibly used stand-ins before. So there is every chance that they could have done the same here. But I think it's the most important thing, I think, to me, is that we don't trust them. We don't believe them. Whereas when we see something said about William and Catherine, or the rest of the royal family perhaps, but let's just say more with Catherine and William, when they say they're going to do something or turn up somewhere, you can absolutely see that it's them. You know, there is video footage of them walking around. There is, you know, the photographs are so clear, you can absolutely see it's them. You know, they're with so many people. It would be pretty obvious if they were using stand-ins. Whereas everything to do with Harry and Meghan, unless it's something that they really, really are kind of in their element, like, for example, an award ceremony, or something along those lines, or where she's doing the speeches, where we can see it is very obviously her, because it's like she's in the limelight. Whereas anything else, they do things in such a shady way, which I don't really understand the need to do that. So that says to me then that perhaps she hasn't even turned up for this particular making of pumpkins. They've potentially got someone that's a stand-in. She's there with a mask, a baseball cap, whereas this woman is so normally so up and front and center when she's having her photograph taken, or when she's, like I say, at an award show or doing a speech. She's there in all her glory. But yet in this particular photograph, when she's trying to act as if she's a humanitarian, she's covered up completely. Now, okay, we can argue the fact that she's in a kitchen, that's very obvious, but I haven't seen, and I might be wrong, but I haven't seen another photograph of where you can just see her getting down. And, you know, I mean, we've seen Catherine do it, we've seen William do it, we've even seen Harry do it. And actually, I believe in the past, we've even seen Meghan actually doing it when I think she was courting the royal family to make herself look good. But now all of a sudden, every time we see this type of photograph, she's either blurry or she's just covered up completely, so we can't tell if it's really her. And it just creates doubt again. And, you know, and here we have again that there's no substance to anything they do. Whenever we see any photographs of the royal family, like I say, especially William and Catherine, there is video footage. There's multiple, you know, shots of them walking around, meeting people, you know, it's just completely different. It really feels that they're still doing this bare minimum to create this illusion of that, oh, we are, you know, we're humanitarians, but nothing else, nothing of substance. And I don't know about you guys, but I just feel this is all at this just attempt to keep themselves in the media, attempt to seem as if they are doing something. And then they've been handed this, well, they've been put up for this award. And I feel that there is already an uproar, but I think there will be an even bigger uproar if they actually win the award. It feels as if it's rigged for some reason. And I just... Can we trust anything anymore? Can we trust anything with these two? Because I don't feel that we can. And I just think, like I say, it's incredibly sad that you have two polar opposites. You have William and Catherine and their wonderful family. And I know a lot of people are upset that apparently they're not bringing the children. Prince George is staying at home. But it does make sense when you think you've got the heir to the throne and his wife, and then the heir apparent, which I believe George is William's the heir apparent, and then obviously George. So you got, you know, another one that's in line of succession immediately afterwards. That it makes sense that they wouldn't have everyone for security reasons, and especially some of the things that we've heard over the, you know, sort of the past sort of years or whatever. So I think that does make sense. I am, like many of you, I am just utterly exhausted with Harry and Meghan. I feel very tired of just the consistent lies. And I know that I've always said that we need to call them out, and we do. I absolutely believe we do. And not just them, anybody. But I feel like I even have something, you know, when you get writer's block, I feel like I have that with them. It's, you know, even, and to be honest, even a little bit with the channel, I kind of feel like I've got a bit of, I don't know, like I feel stagnant almost, like I'm just stuck. And it seems to be a yearly thing with me. Like I had it last year, and that's when I come on with the name change in January. And I feel like this year, all I feel like I've tried to do is find my feet with the channel, and I just don't feel like I'm there. And I feel like I'm struggling with the content that I'm doing. I'm struggling to find the new content. I feel utterly exhausted because of the menopause. It is affecting my memory. It is affecting so much of my life with trying to work a full-time job and then trying to run the channel, which is why I've had these kind of breaks away, which is what I've not had before, in the hope that I will just feel invigorated. But it's just not there. So I need to do some serious soul searching. Please don't worry, I'm not leaving, I'm not going anywhere, but I need some inspiration. I need to kind of think of things to do on my channel, and it might mean that I take a hit with subscribers. I understand that, because I know a lot of you enjoy the Harry and Meghan stuff, and I still will be talking about them, so don't think I'm not. But I need something else. So I need to kind of, so this is why I'm sort of being a bit quiet as well at the moment, because it's just, I'm trying to navigate having the menopause plus my illness, which I have spoken about. You know, I am getting older, and even though, okay, 50 isn't old, but when I think, you know, I haven't got the capacity that I guess I had when I was in my, you know, in my 20s. Who has? And I'm trying to, I think, navigate being a mature woman. I've got Christmas coming up, trying to juggle work, trying to juggle life, trying to juggle myself, and then the channel, and yeah, and everything else in between. It just at the moment feels a lot. And so I don't want you guys to worry. Like I've always said to you, if I ever was going to give up the channel, I would absolutely tell you and give you notice. I know some of you, it wouldn't matter one way or the other, but I know there are a lot of you that it would matter. But I'm not giving up the channel. I am just trying to find myself within it again. I feel like I've got so drawn into the Harry and Meghan stuff because of wanting the channel to be successful, wanting to bring in subscribers, wanting to keep everybody happy. And I think I've realized recently that the person that's not happy is me. I've lost my way. So I think I'm going to do some variations. I think I'm going to do a bit of a mixture, which is what I said I was going to do before. But again, I got caught. I've just allowed myself to get drawn into all this, like I say, the Harry and Meghan negative stuff. So I'm going to go back to doing my little rants that I used to do. And this is all going to take place in January. I've also got a lovely lady who is going to come on potentially once a week, and we're going to do a beauty kind of, because there are so many of you that have asked me about this, and I think I'm going to do one video maybe a week or a fortnight where I'm going to do a sort of a beauty kind of regime. She's a makeup artist, and she's, you know, she used to work for Girls Aloud, Kylie Minogue, and various other celebrities. So she knows her stuff. She knows about skincare. She's a lovely lady. And so I think we're going to try all that to see how that works. It just feels like something a bit more fun. That's a bit more me, because I love makeup. And that is something I would like to do. And also it means that, you know, if you guys don't want that, you know, then, you know, you can just not watch that particular video, but focus on the other ones. I'm still going to do my therapy related videos, and I'm also going to look into true crime. So I know there are some true crime channels out there, but I want to give a different perspective when I'm going to give it a therapeutic perspective. Everything that I do is going to have that in the background. So it's not just going to be talking about makeup. It's still going to be talking about, you know, how we view ourselves, you know, what comes up when we talk about like doing makeup and things. So there's still always going to be a therapeutic perspective on that. And also with the true crime, I'm going to look at how, what happened with the person that I'm talking about. And also I'm going to talk about the effects of what can happen if you are a friend of somebody that has this, or the family that was involved. You know, let's make sure that we talk about the victims as well, and not just about these particular people that do these crimes. So I do feel that this is something that I'm really trying to find myself within doing my videos, and I feel something is missing, and a lot of that, like I say, is down to just continue talking about Harry and Meghan stuff. And I know that you like it, and I know that it's something we all enjoy to a degree, but I think, like many of us, I'm sick and tired of them So I want to do it where I talk about them. If there's things that are very relevant, I will do that. I will talk about them. But I think I will do like a catch up, or a weekly catch up on Harry and Meghan. So do like one video a week, then do a true crime, then do therapy related ones, and then do this makeup and skincare one for mature ladies as well, because there's plenty out there for the younger generation, but for people like us, I think it would be quite nice to kind of have that conversation and talk about, you know, the issues that we have, you know, talk about the menopause, talk about just just everything and anything really. And I still want to do where I have a guest on. The only reason I haven't is because with all this stuff that's been going on with me, I just I'm worried that I'll get on camera and I just won't have anything to say. So all I ask is please bear with me, guys. I know that you are amazing. I know that you do, and I will get there. It's just, well, for those of you who know about the menopause, you know how awful this is. And unfortunately, I cannot take the medication that would normally be given because of my condition. So it's really just trying to navigate and take the supplements that I know of. But unfortunately, I haven't found one that it's the brain fog. Yes, I seem to have found one for the hot flushes. That the black cohosh really helps, and taking the soy helps. The sort of natural remedies for the energy drinks have really helped. But the brain fog, if anyone out there has got ideas for that, please let me know, because I would be super grateful, because that is what is crippling me. I am struggling with my work. I am struggling with the channel. And I know that some of you find it incredibly funny when I miss a word, but it's more than that now. It's as if I'm forgetting the things that I would naturally know, the therapy side of things. I'm forgetting, like I will have notes and I will come on, and normally, like I say, I wouldn't even need my notes, but now I do. It's just incredibly bad, and I'm losing a bit of confidence with it. So yeah, it's a really tough one. And the fact that this could go on for years is very concerning, because I'm worried about losing my job. Not losing my job. I am my job, but I'm worried that that's, you know, I'm not able to take on any more clients at the moment, because I just feel that it's a lot right now. So yeah, so it's just one thing after another at the moment. But obviously we've got Christmas coming up, and I'm very excited about that, although it's tinged with a bit of sadness because my son won't be here. But you know, I do have other family here, so that will be good. For those of you who want to know about Arthur, he is asleep just there. He's been out for his walkies and he's knackered. But yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments. Give me some pointers, some things to talk about. Help a sister out, guys. Help a sister out that's struggling with her memory. Anything, you know, I'm happy to talk about the Harry and Meghan stuff, but and all these changes, by the way, they'll be coming in the new year. So I'm just going to carry on as I've been doing. I'm not going to be doing a video every single day because, like I say, I'm absolutely exhausted. So I will do a video as and when. And I do apologise to the people that enjoy my lives. Unfortunately, most of the time when I do my lives, they are of the evening, but because of what's going on with me, I'm so tired that I just don't have the energy. So just please be patient, please bear with me. I will get to grips with this, hopefully. And yeah, so you know, thank you for being so patient with me. And yeah, so the positive thought for today is wake up, smile, and tell yourself today is my day. I don't think it hurts to say this any day personally, but I also know that being a human being, that sometimes you just want to say sod off positivity. I have certainly felt like that, where I've looked at some of these in this jar and I've just gone, I can't even say that on this channel because I can't connect to it myself. I've just felt so annoyed, so fed up. I've had a proper almost spoilt brat tantrum at how I'm feeling. So it's great to come on here when I'm feeling super chipper and super positive, and I'm just like, yes, thought for today, let's go. But today I'm just like, do you know what? Thought for today, positive thought for today. I don't care about you. I don't, sod off. So I do feel that these little affirmations are great in one way, but in others, I also think it's important to acknowledge that we have bad days, acknowledge that we're not superhuman, we're not meant to be superhuman, and it's okay to just wallow for a day, and and just not get dressed. And I certainly had that yesterday. I just sat in my pajamas and I was just like, I just can't be bothered to do anything. I don't want to do anything. I just feel really not in a good place. And I think the importance of that is you can have that, acknowledge it, accept it, but don't indulge in it. Don't let it fester for longer, because if it does, then you are in danger of it turning into depression, which is not going to help in any way. And obviously for anyone who is struggling along those lines, of course, try and reach out to somebody, whether it be if you do feel the need to go on medication, or speak to a therapist, or speak to a friend or a family member. It's not always easy to find a therapist. I do appreciate that. So even if you find somebody that you can speak to that is going to share that load with you, don't struggle alone, because I think that is the hardest thing sometimes, when you feel that you don't want to be a burden to people. And so you don't reach out for help, or you think you can manage, and then all of a sudden you're kind of in that place where it's gone too far, and you're like, do you know what, actually I'm really not coping. Don't try not to let it get to the stage when it becomes all encompassing. And if you know somebody that normally is a certain way, they're normally very outgoing, or they are somebody that always connects with you, and then suddenly they go very quiet, or they just become a bit more withdrawn, or they change, it doesn't hurt to check in with them. And even if they turn you away, which can be, people do, they get embarrassed, they don't like to be a burden. But even if that person does turn you away, don't give up on them. Even if you just say, look, I'm going to respect your space right now, but I am here for whatever you need. I think sometimes it's important for people that struggle, that go through things, to know that you do care. Even if you struggle to kind of allow them in, it's nice to know that you care. Like for me, having people care from the channel, it's nice to know that people care. Even if I don't take people up on their offer of, look, you can chat to me, or which I do get, and it's really lovely, because I've always been someone that really tries to work on things myself, and because that's where my strength comes from. But there's no shame in also saying, you know what, I'm feeling a bit low, I'm feeling lonely, or I'm feeling down, or whatever it is, and actually I do need some help. I do need someone to talk to. So I hope this has helped. It does help me when I come on here and I talk to you guys about things. I know a lot of the time you don't always want to hear about my issues, and I do appreciate that. But in a way, I do it because A, it's cathartic for me. B, it allows you to see that I'm a normal person. As much as I can have the tools to help other people, I still struggle. There are times when I actually need support and I need help, and it's okay to say, just because I'm a therapist, I'm not perfect, and I'm not super strong all the time. And I think it's good for all of us to know that we've, got each other, and that this is a place where we can come and talk about our issues and reach out to people, even if it's a complete stranger. Sometimes that's easier. And that's what this channel was always going to be about. So thank you for allowing me this space to talk about what's going on, and to, utilize that. And thank you for your patience and your understanding of my situation. I promise you at some point I am going to come out the other side of all of this stuff, and I hopefully am going to spend a whole year where I don't talk about my issues, my menopause. I wait for that day to come. So yeah, so I hope all of you are getting excited for Christmas, and I'm sure there are some of you that don't celebrate Christmas or whatever it is that you're doing, and some of you maybe Christmas is not such a great time, and I do understand that also, but like I say, this is a place where you can talk about those things. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope that you have had a wonderful weekend and your working week has not begun too stressful. And I will see you soon. And as always, you know I love you, I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. And there's Arthur. Bye.